Now you are going to learn how to connect your Arduino to your PC. You first start by opening up your Arduino IDE. This is where you will do all your coding. It is quite similar to the C language. Next, open the Tools drop-down in the toolbar. Select the board option and then select the Arduino Uno board. Then proceed to select the port option and select the COM port to which you connect your Arduino to. And that is as simple as that. You have your Arduino ready to perform any task you need it to. Now we are going to connect and check our ultrasonic sensor using the Arduino IDE. Connect the wires according to the circuit diagram given on the right. The LEDs on the Arduino as seen will glow after connecting it to the cable, showing that you are now ready to proceed and start coding. As we have done before, don't forget to select your board type and push the code once you completely type it. And don't worry one bit, the entire code will be made available in the description of this video. And there you have it. Wait for a bit and your values will slowly start appearing on your serial monitor. Play around and have some fun by changing the distance between your sensor and the objects in front of you. Note down the values on the serial monitor, and that way you can understand how far and how accurate your sensor can possibly be. So now let's check whether our motor and motor driver are working. Take a screwdriver. On the motor driver, connect the red wire to one of the terminals, which is named motor. Then tighten it with your screwdriver. Make sure it stays firm. Do the same again with the black wire, connecting it to the same motor terminal besides the red. Tighten it again, making sure it's firm. We don't want any loose connections here. Motors convert electrical energy to mechanical energy. But here what we are doing is that we are reversing it. That is, converting the mechanical to the electrical to check whether our motor and motor driver are working. On rotating the wheel this way, you should see the LED glowing. Rotate it a few times. If the LED glows, then both are working perfectly.
Robotics is here to tell you about another important thing. So this is your standard IR modules that you would have got in your kits. Most of your IR modules resemble this. And the most important thing that you have to look at is for having a IR blaster and a photodiode, 3 pins. You can take a look at like VCC, ground, your output pin. VCC, ground and output pin. Then you have the most important thing. This is the calibration point, the square boxy thing which has a screw. This is where you can calibrate your IR sensor. So this is pretty much the IR sensor that we wanted to use. So now I'm going to connect the wires to test whether my IR sensor is really up to the mark or not. So this white pin, I'm going to use it for output, the yellow pin for VCC, the light tannish brown for the ground. Mostly we use red for VCC and black for ground. Here we are just going to show you, like, any wire is fine, but those are the standard things that we use. Okay, now we are going to see about another important thing. So in your Arduino board you would have this 5V pin. This is where we usually connect our VCC. 3.3 volts is for some really sensitive sensors that doesn't accept voltage points beyond 3.3, so we cannot connect 5 volts. It will fry the circuit, fry the sensor. So here it is fine because IR sensors work in 5 volts. Yeah, this is VN, ground 5 volts. So this I'm connecting to the ground. Okay, so then we can connect to any digital pin. I'm connecting to 8 in my case. Okay, so the connections are done. Now we are going to see if our IR sensors really work. This is just powering. I'm not essentially doing any changes in the software. Take a closer look. You see, in both the lights you have Chinese characters because most sensors are made in China or may have been brought to you by China, or in my case at least. So we don't understand which LED is for what. So basically every IR sensor has two LEDs. One glows all the time representing that the IR sensor is working. The other LED is to indicate that it is detecting some objects. It should actually not glow when it doesn't detect any object. Like now it shouldn't glow, but yeah, both LEDs are glowing, which means it needs calibration. So take a screwdriver of the essential size, or you can take the star shaped one if you have one. So what we are going to do is we are going to adjust the calibration. Okay, so just calmly rotate it any side. Okay, see, like you can rotate it any side, but don't be too harsh. You may break the component. Okay, so be very gentle with it. So I'm just like rotating randomly. Wait, the light is gone now, so we are going to test it. So it's working, like it is detecting my hand. See, whenever there is an object, I'll take another thing. So whenever there is an object, it glows, and when there is not, it doesn't. So basically our IR sensor has passed the test. So I'm going to try other. This is as far as I can go, I guess. See, now the LED doesn't glow at all, so we have come too far, I guess. Go back a little bit. See, it's perfectly working. Ideally our IR sensor should detect 3 to 8 centimeters actually. In our case it's only detecting when it is very close, I guess. You have to do a little more calibration. See, now till 5 centimeters maybe. Should go a little bit longer range. Yeah, this is as far as it can get, I guess. So now it detects. Whenever it sees an object, it detects. I'm not sure if you are able to see it. Yeah, I can confirm it. See, there is an object, it detects. When there is no object in its range, it doesn't. So most of our IR sensors have a range of 5 to 8 centimeters, as I previously mentioned. So just see that. Yeah, it's able to do that. Okay, now our IR sensor is calibrated. So I guess now it's ready for use. We can code the IR sensors according to our comfort, like our requirement. I am pretty sure this setting would work. So achieve this setting. Every IR sensor is not the same. There are different IR sensors. I'll show you another IR sensor of mine to give you the confidence. Like it is not necessary that it should look like this or look like any other way. Like there are many IR sensors different. Being like every brand makes its own IR sensor. I'll show you another one. See this. This is another IR sensor. You see, it's entirely different. But yeah, as you can distinguish, it's made in India. Like the line, I think it's made in India. Yeah, it's made in India. So they can be different, but the calibration points, you see, it also has one calibration point. It's going to be the same. Okay, so see to it that it works. Keep testing it repetitively for a few times Sometimes, as I showed you before, it might work for short range and then it won't work for a little bit longer range, so that also you have to see, so be careful about it. Thank you.